In this video, I'm going to cover the recent NEIRO drama that's been going on over the past few days, including Ansem and a few other influencers, how it started, which coin is the main one, and what coin has actually gained traction on top of these. So with that, let's go and get started. So for anyone who doesn't know what NEIRO is, Ansem actually tweeted about it first July 27th, and he said, "I believe people are talking about this." And this is actually the Doge family that actually got a new dog. So if you translate the post here, it says, "We welcomed a new family member. Her name is NEIRO. It means the color of sound. She's a 10-year-old girl who used to be a rescue dog." So whenever they posted this, a lot of people were saying, hey, this is the next Doge. And then there were a ton of copycats. So there were at least 10 of these NEIRO coins, and everyone was trying to find out which one to buy. And then you had Ansem start tweeting about it and actually start joining the spaces of these different NEIRO coins. So he joined one space, and here's a TLDR of it. It says, Ansem joined spaces of the $1 million one instead of the $100 million one. Actively set on space, he owned neither, and the $100 million one tanked to 10 million and now is back to 80 million. So this is what initially started people's hatred towards Ansem and a lot of the PvP between the two coins. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to refer to this one as the Cabal coin, the higher MCAP one, and then the lower MCAP one as the community coin. So this one, you can see whenever Ansem joined the Twitter spaces and mentioned that he doesn't own either, it actually dumped, like he said, from 10 million all the way down to 8 million. And this caused a lot of hatred, because then you saw at that same time, you saw basically this huge run up on the community coin as well. So there's always a back and forth between these two coins. Now let's go a little bit further. You had a lot of people talking with Ansem like, hey, just pick a coin, stop flipping back and forth. And Ansem finally pasted a ticker. And you can see here, this ticker was of the Cabal coin. So that's when he pasted this. So you can even look at the time here, July 28th at 2:08 a.m. So you can see July 28th at 2:08 a.m. So this is when he posted it, and this is when you saw that huge pump, okay, all the way from 4.3 cents all the way up to 8 cents. So from there, you can see it dumped afterwards, and there was actually some news that was coming out from the Cabal coin. So you can see here, a lot of people were getting angry, from backing literal celebrity rugs to flip-flopping publicly between two NEIROs multiple times in a single day and making thousands lose their money. So a lot of people were mad. You even see here, people were posting about protest in NYC, and then Ansem afterwards had a spaces. He said, hey, stop yelling at me. And from then, you can see actually he also posted how CT completely ignores the post of PvPs, the rest anyway. So this is from the same account that posted NEIRO, and it said, I see many tokens related to Cabosu and NEIRO. To clarify, I do not endorse any crypto project except $dog. So even though this is the case, a lot of people are still betting on the NEIRO tokens. Okay, so let's keep going forward. So quick synopsis, kind of summarize everything so far. Original Doge owner bought a new dog, NEIRO. 2 coins launched on pump.fun. Looking at the CA of each, the CA ends in bro pump, launched first, healthy, fair, and legit. And this is the NEIRO Solana Doge Twitter. And then you have contract address that ends in UL, launched second, launched with pump bundler, used inferior bundler as didn't even get a dash pump contract address. And this is NEIRO Sol, which the account is suspended, which I'll talk about in a minute. Around 5 wallets worth over $1 million without buying on pump equals bundled wallets with organized bots to take profits, cashing out over 1 million USDC and bridging off Solana, hence dumping as is just an extractive beta. So this is what happened. You can see why there started to become hatred towards the Cabal one. So now let's go further. There's some YouTube videos that came out about the Cabal one, stole $4 million, and there's a lot of insiders, etc. And then you had Bubble Maps actually post the dev sold for 5.7 million, and it turns out later this was the dev and some of his friends. So I'll post more about exactly what happened with this one, but there's a lot of things coming out about the dev selling and a lot of early allocation and a lot of those millions getting dumped onto the market. And then here you had another one tweet by Kyle Chassis, and he says, "Attention NEIRO buyers beware. I can confirm this. It only took me a few minutes looking on chain to find out that the Cabal one has zero intention of sticking around. They bought up most of the supply from the start and then sent it out to a bunch of wallets, all transferring and selling along the way. They still have a massive amount to sell. Be careful. And he said, if you're interested in NEIRO, here's the community-owned CA. And this is the one that I talked about here right now with the lower market cap. Now, whenever Kyle posted that, you had this huge run-up, okay? And this is actually, this was earlier in the day, and then further overnight, you actually had the community NEIRO flip the Cabal NEIRO. And I posted about it as well, but that was kind of the flippening there. So actually, this one did end up being higher market cap than the Cabal NEIRO for a while. So that was something interesting that happened. Now, going further from that, you had other people actually investing in the Cabal NEIRO, and as well as it did get exchange listings, which I'll mention in a minute. So you had here, engagement farming aside, I shoved 300K into the top volume NEIRO earlier today, and this is the Cabal one. He said, I posted my thesis below. So here's some reasons why people invested in the Cabal one. It had more volume and has gotten a few sex listings, Gate, MEXI, Bing X, etc. Sex dominance is key and a major factor in my opinion. It's got a number of good partnerships. A lot of influencers seem to be following them and have pushed in a higher market cap than this. So I assume their rep is on the line. They're incentivized to see this work out. The Tree Discord guys are smart folks and will hopefully do the right thing and burn excess supply they have. It survived a roller coaster of dumps from 90 to 10 million, then back to 70, then 9, then back and forth with the other NEIRO. The Cabal is clearly behind this and wants to make it work when narrative volume dominance and liquidity aligns. I think the high risk-reward play is usually to follow the Cabal. So this was from UniPCS. So this is someone that was investing in the Cabal one. And again, a lot of these reasons are why people started investing in the Cabal one instead versus the community one. Because you can see here, they had a few exchange listings, but you still had a lot of people investing in the community one. So you can see here, Wall Street Binance, over 450,000 followers. No matter what, real community NEIRO is still better. The fake community won't last long. Then you had another thing. Ian Hanish posted about the OG NEIRO. Community is greater than the Cabal. Then you had Bull BNB. It's buying the community NEIRO now. Ansem 1 pumped a lot, so taking profit. So this is the thing here. A lot of people were switching back and forth because there was an inverse correlation. If one was pumping, the other was dumping and vice versa. So a lot of people, that's why you saw, again, that inverse correlation. One's pumping while one is dumping, right? So you had all of those. And then afterwards, what happened today? It said, look which NEIRO got suspended. The Cabal one that dumped 10 million on their holders and the one that claimed that their Twitter wasn't botted. Okay, so the Cabal NEIRO's Twitter actually got suspended earlier today. And you can see right here is still suspended. Now with that said, I said I would come back to the actual people behind this. So this is one of the guys who invested early. It's at Hugh Trades, and he's actually one of the guys that are helping run the Cabal Twitter account. And he said, this will be the backup account for now. We'll continue here until we manage to get our main back. Now this is NEIRO Solana with 2 A's. This is the new account. And people are saying the TG of the Cabal one was disappeared. But you can see here they have a TG, and I believe there's 10,000 people in here right now. So their TG is still working. This one isn't followed by all the influencers like it was last time. I'm assuming because it's fairly new. So again, this is the Cabal one. Again, I'm not really for one or the other, but I'm just stating the facts here. So this is the Cabal one here if you want to follow them. And then this one here at NEIRO Solana Doge is actually the community one. And this one, again, right now is about half the market cap of the Cabal one. So, and this one was actually created first. So it is the OG one. And the Cabal one was created about an hour after. And then you had BitGet actually a couple hours ago post that they are listing the NEIRO Solana. So the NEIRO coin. Now they posted the NEIRO of the community NEIRO, their Twitter account. So I'm not sure if that's the one that's actually posted on BitGet or if they mislabeled it and it's actually the Cabal one. So not sure on that. But they posted the community one here. Then they also posted GINNAN the cat. And this is a coin I was mentioning. It actually gained some traction on top of these that I'm going to cover in a minute. But you can see how much drama there was with NEIRO coins, right? Going back and forth, PvP, all kinds of things. So what it comes down to is with these is that you always have to do the data, always have to look at the research, and look at what everyone has covered. And the biggest thing with that is, we do know that the Cabal NEIRO did have a lot of insiders. Really, it was just a lot of friends that created it, and then a lot of influencers saw it, tracked the smart wallets, tracked the news, and then jumped on that one because it had the higher volume. And then they saw the community one, jumped to that one once the news came out about the devs dumping on the Cabal one, and it's just been a back and forth ever since. And Ansem was caught in the crossfire because he kept switching back and forth. And at the end of the day, again, everyone's responsible for their own profits, right? So with that said, not sure what's going to happen with these two coins. If they're going to continue doing their whole dance back and forth, or if the Cabal one is finally going to take hold, it's at 51 million market cap, or if the community one is going to take hold after that, right? So we're still going to have to wait and see, assuming we'll still have a little back and forth in between. But I mentioned this GINNAN the cat, and this is a coin that's actually gained some traction recently. So the Solstice posted, getting some insane DMs, big players in the back are accumulating GINNAN. This breaks violently to the upside shortly while NEIRO nerds PvP themselves to death, cat cycle. And since then, you can see that GINNAN actually broke out from its ascending triangle, and right now is sitting at 31 million market cap. So this is the cat, and from the Doge owners. So a lot of people now are jumping to this because again, we do have cat meta. So this is another one that's gaining traction. So keep an eye on that. I invested a little bit here, probably around 33.2, the 3.2 level. So I took some profits, probably about right up here, and still holding about, call it 60% of my bag. So hopefully you see this one gain a little higher. But again, with the whole drama going on, I wouldn't be surprised to see this one start falling, just like the other NEIROs. But we'll have to see what happens. Anything could happen with this. Eventually, I'm assuming we'll have a main NEIRO coin, and then this one will probably continue to gain traction afterwards. So yeah, guys, hope this video helped y'all out. Again, I know it was a lot of info. I know there was a lot of information to cover, and hopefully I made sense of it. Hopefully you kind of understand what happens and why there's been so much back and forth between these NEIRO coins and all the drama behind them. But if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Please comment if you have any questions, and please subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, thanks for watching.